Welcome back everyone to You Can Yoga Too, and today we're going to do some chair yoga to show your back a little love. So you're going to need a strap for this practice today and 2 blocks. If you don't have a strap and 2 blocks, make sure to check out my Props 101 video to see what kind of things that you can use around the house to make props. Otherwise, let's get started in our chair. So you don't want to sit like this for your chair yoga, okay? You want to sit close up to the edge so that you can feel both feet on the floor, grounded. So if you can't get your feet all the way down, you want to put your feet on your blocks or on a bolster or anything that's going to lift them up so you can feel that connection to the earth. So we're going to plant our feet, grip with your toes, feel the energy coming up through the legs. Bring in the belly just a little bit, not so much that you can't breathe. Remember, breathing is number 1. We're going to gently bring our shoulders back, place our hands on the thighs, and take 3 big deep breaths. So as you're centering, we want to shift from thinking about our outer world, bringing that energy into our inner world. You're going to focus on you, your breath, your body, and your practice. So just for these few minutes, it's going to be all about you. And then gently blink your eyes open and continue to check in with the mind, the breath, and the body as we move through this. So we're going to start with some cat-cows in our chair. So we're going to start with cow. So we're going to really hold on to the legs, and on your inhale, you're going to reach forward, you're going to scoop your chest forward, bring your shoulders back and down, and you can gently look up if you want. And then on your exhale, you're going to round the back, tuck the belly, round the shoulders, and squeeze on the exhale. And then moving with your breath, we're going to inhale. Bring the shoulders back and down. Puff that chest out like you're proud of yourself, because you should be. And then exhale. Really round, holding onto the legs, pulling the belly in. And then inhale back to your cow pose. And exhale, round. Spread the shoulder blades wide apart. And inhale, cow pose, syncing up the breath with the movement. And last little cat pose, round, round, round. And then inhale, come back to your mountain pose, sitting up straight and tall, energized through the legs and the feet. And we're going to do a little neck stretch here. So we're going to take this right hand up and over to the left ear. Gently bring the right ear toward the right shoulder, extending the left fingertips out. Now this is not like a pulling or a cranking motion here. We want to be nice and gentle, just adding a little weight to the top of your head. Reaching through those left fingertips, trying to create space right here. Breathing into that neck. And then on your next inhale, we're going to put that head back above the shoulders and we'll switch sides. So that right hand reaches out. That left hand's going to come up and over to the right ear. And you can change the angle of your chin on this one. Some people like to look down a little bit. That's going to get these muscles in the back of the neck here. Or you can gently tilt your chin up toward the ceiling. That'll help you get more into the jaw and these muscles into the front of the neck. So you play with it and see where you need that attention. Where are you holding on to that stress? And when you find it, you're going to breathe into it and let it go. And then bring your head back up to center. And then we'll bring the fingertips to the shoulders and just start with some little circles. So we're going to start here with our little circles, still sitting up tall, feet still grounded into the earth. And then as you breathe, you gradually make those circles a little bigger. So warming up the joints here. And make them a little bigger and a little bigger. And then pause. And then we'll start in the other direction. So little circles backwards, gradually making bigger circles. Keep breathing. Checking in with that breath. Awesome job. And one more. And then bring the hands back to the thighs. We're going to warm up the core a little bit here. We're going to do some torso circles. So you're going to bring your belly forward to the side and then round, kind of like we did in our cat pose, and then to the other side and then forward. So keeping your hips planted in the chair. Make this movement nice and big, pulling the belly in as you round, expanding forward. Make those big circles, warming up the core, a little more spinal warm up here, just getting everything moving and flowing. All right, now we're going to go the other direction. So whatever direction you didn't go. And remember, as we move through this, when I say left and you go right, or you exhale when I inhale, don't panic. Just do the other side. Remember, this is your stress-free zone. Don't worry about it. Nobody's looking at you. You got this. And then slowly come back to center. And we'll come back to our seated mountain pose and do our chair sun salutations to warm up. So steady, steady as she goes. Hands come to the heart. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. On your inhale, you're going to slide those left toes back. Inhale, come up. And exhale, back to our mountain pose. Inhale, we're going to come to our seated cobra. So palms up, puff the chest out, pull the shoulders back and down and squeeze it open. And then exhale. Hands come to the thighs. On your inhale, you're going to pull the chest forward. And then exhale, come back to mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And this time the right foot reaches back, come up onto those right toes. Inhale up. And exhale back down. Inhale, come all the way up. This time bring the arms up with you. And hands back to heart center. And again, we're going to inhale up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up on those left toes as you come up. And exhale, mountain pose. This time we're going to add our down dog. First we'll do our cobra. So come up on both toes. Expand, palms towards me. And then back to our seated mountain pose. We're going to press the hands out this time. Come up on both toes. Big inhale. And exhale back down. And one more time. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, fold. This time come up on those right toes as you come up. Big inhale. Puff that chest out, shoulders back and down. And neutral spine back in our mountain pose. Take a breath. And we'll do one more full round of that. So inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming up on those left toes. Expand the chest. Exhale, left heel comes down. Inhale, our seated cobra pose. We're going to pull the shoulders back and down, come up on both toes, squeeze. And exhale into your mountain. Inhale, come up on both toes, this time pressing away. Really use those muscles. Make your own resistance. And exhale back to neutral mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. This time on your inhale, we come up on the right toes. Come up strong, shoulders back and down. And exhale to your neutral mountain pose. Great job. If you need a little more help with that, I also have an exclusive video that's your seated chair sun salutations if you want to go over that a little bit more, if I was moving a little too fast. All right, so from here, I'm going to grip the side of my chair with my right hand and take a side bend. So we're going to lift that hand up and reach over as much as you can. You want to keep the feet planted. You want to keep the hips planted. Don't let it come up. Stretching through the side of the body, through the ribs. Big inhale here. You can look up if that's okay with your neck. And exhale, bring the left hand down. We'll bring the right arm up. So same thing. Holding on to the seat of that chair, we're going to reach that right hand up and over. Big breaths into those ribs, into the side of the body. I love a good side bend. Feels so good. And then exhale back down. All right, now we're going to take a few seated chair pose in the chair poses. That doesn't make sense, it will, I promise. So I'm going to show you from the side. This is to activate and energize our legs, our core, our hips. So we're going to inhale into our mountain pose. And then on the exhale, we're going to lean forward, energize the legs, press into the floor. So from here, you're working everything. You're pressing into the floor. You want to engage the thighs, the legs, and the glutes. Pull the belly in and the pelvic floor. Press into the heels, lean a little bit more forward. And then inhale back to neutral mountain pose. So again, holding on to the thighs, we're going to pull the shoulders back and down. We're going to lean forward. So put most of your weight on your feet, engaging through the legs. And then inhale, come up. I'm already sweating. So if you're not sweating, you're not really engaging every muscle in those legs. So one more time, we're going to bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Lean forward. Inhale, squeeze everything. Lean forward, forward, forward. And if you want, you can come all the way to the edge of your chair here. Or you could even attempt to lift up a little bit. Okay? So sit up one more time. And take your version. So you can stay with your butt on the chair, or if you're feeling brave, rock up, give it a squeeze, and sit back down. You can try it. If you hate it, then don't do it again. Awesome job. So sitting up nice and tall. So that's your chair in the chair. That's your chair pose in the chair. So take a breath while I adjust. And we're going to do a little chair pigeon. So sitting square in your chair. Sorry, I didn't mean to Dr. Seuss that. Square in the chair. All right, so we'll start on the left leg. So option one is we're going to take our blocks and bring the left foot up onto the blocks. Or if you have the flexibility, you can bring the left ankle to the top of the right thigh, flexing into that left foot. But if this hurts the knee, we can bring that left foot to the top of your blocks. So remember, this doesn't have to be blocks. You can stack up some books. You can use a big cushion, whatever you need. And then gradually, we might be able to get up here. But if we don't, it doesn't matter. So again, sitting up nice and tall. 3 breaths here. Amazing job. And then we'll just switch sides. So bring that left foot down and we'll move it over to the right side. So either here with that external hip rotation, or if you can bring it up, then bring it up. Sitting up nice and tall, taking your version, keeping that right foot flexed to protect the knee. But remember, we're not trying to hurt the knee or stretch through the knee. So take whichever version is most accessible to you. And then reconnect with the breath. Reconnect with your mind. Make sure your mind is still here on the mat. It didn't float off. And one more big breath. Beautiful. And gently bring that foot back down, back into our mountain pose. And we're going to take a little seated goddess or horse pose from here. So I'm going to take my blocks and I'm going to bring the feet out wide. And again, you might not need the blocks, but I do. Okay. So if you do, then make sure you got them with you or whatever else you're putting your feet on. So we want to bring the legs nice and wide. Remember, you're not trying to do splits here. It doesn't matter how far apart you bring the knees, just that you're feeling a good stretch. We're going to reach up, goal post those arms. So do a little saguaro action here, and we're going to do some twists. So on your inhale, you're going to twist to the right, okay? So it's a small movement. You're twisting right from the core, and then inhale back to center. So you're not twisting from the neck or the shoulders. You're twisting from the belly. So keep going with your breath. Inhale to turn to the side. Exhale to come to center. Inhale as you twist. Exhale, come to center. And now try it the other way. So we're going to inhale here and then exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. So feel the difference. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And come back to center. Beautiful. Awesome job. And now we're going to take a little chair triangle pose. So again, you may need your blocks. You may not. I'm going to use my blocks. I'm just going to put them on a lower height. Put them on baby bear, littlest one. We're going to keep the legs out wide. We're going to take the right forearm and bring it to that right thigh. And then we're going to turn so our belly button is turning up toward the ceiling. So I'm going to gently press into my right forearm and then reach that left arm up. And if this is not feeling good in your shoulder, you can keep the hand on the hip and then look up at that hand if it's okay with your neck. So 3 breaths here, reconnecting. Stretching and building strength. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to center, and we'll take it to the other side. So we're going to take that left forearm to the top of the left thigh, and then pressing into that thigh with the forearm, we're going to try to turn that belly button up toward the ceiling as much as we can, and then extend that right arm. So tuning in to your body, seeing what your body needs from you today. Do you need activity? Do you need rest? Do you need water? What does your mind need? These are the questions that keep us up at night, lead us to do a whole bunch of yoga in the morning. And then gently come back to center. And then we're going to take our reverse warrior pose. So keeping the legs as they are, I'm going to straighten. Let's start on the right side. Okay. So this left knee is going to stack over the left ankle. And you're going to take the leg out wide, scooching to the end of your chair, straightening through this right leg. So we have our warrior legs here. And if this is not comfortable for you, you can also take your block as another option and bring the knee forward and a little bit down. So you can try both variations. There we go. So this is one variation with that right knee on the block or the bolster or the cushion or whatever you got. Option 2, you're going to extend that right leg back, pressing through the heel with just your butt on the end of the chair. And then we'll bring the arms out nice and wide. Flip that left palm up. Inhale, reach back. So this is challenging. Play with it. See which version feels better for you and your body and your legs. Awesome job. One more inhale to reach back in the stretch. And then back to center. Awesome job. Hands will come down onto that left thigh. We're going to pivot into our warrior one pose in the chair. So I'm going to scoot back. So now my whole left leg is on the chair. My bum is off the chair. I have my knee bent. Again, if you need the support, put the block under that left foot, and we're going to come up on the right toes. And again, just like on the other side, you can put that block under the knee, boop, if you need a little more support. There it is. Sometimes you got to take a minute to adjust your props, but always take that time. Find the pose that works the best for you. So whether you're on your toes or with the knee on a block, you're making like a little lunge shape basically, okay? And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale the arms up. And again, if this range of motion is no good for your shoulders, you could bring the hands in front or out to the side, okay? So sitting up tall, pressing through those right toes or that right knee if you have the knee down. You can even bring the hands to the heart if you're new. You might want to establish your foundation before you start reaching up. We always want to have good solid foundation before we start adding stuff on. Keep pulling that left hip back. Beautiful job. And then we're going to come back to our mountain pose and take those on the second side. So first we're going to open up to our warrior for our reverse warrior. So I'm going to scoot my left foot back, pressing into the left heel, taking my arms out wide. I'm going to scooch close as I can to the edge of the chair, take the arms out, bring the left hand down, reach the right arm up. And remember, if this doesn't feel good, you take that left knee down. This is all about you and finding your space. It's one of the good things about these videos is you can pause them at any time and be like, all right, what does my version of reverse warrior look like? And one more big breath, reach back, open it up, and then exhale, come back down, and we'll take our warrior one. So scooching back, bringing the thigh to the chair. I'm going to keep my knee up, my toes pointed. I'm going to reach back, pulling back on that right hip. And once again, if you want to take the knee down here and that's more comfortable for you, take the knee down. Remember, you never have to match me, or if you're doing this with somebody else, you don't have to match them. Breathing here, grounding down, pressing through those left toes. And then you can add some arms here. You can even do a little cactus shape. Whatever is good for your shoulders, reaching the arms out to the sides or reaching the arms forward. I don't know the range of motion of your shoulders, so let's choose your own adventure. You pick. One more breath. Awesome. And then bring your hands to the chair to come back to your seated mountain pose. And you're almost done. You're almost there. We're going to take a little chair head to knee pose. So I'm going to take my strap and loop it around my left foot. I'm going to sit up tall, and then I'm going to kick that left leg out in front of me. So again, you don't want to lock the joint here. Keep that gentle bend in the left foot. Big breath in, grounding down through the right foot, and then gently lean forward as much as you can. So you're not rounding through the upper back here as you lean forward. My chest is up, my shoulders are back. Remember, big, puffy, proud chest. And then when you lean forward, you want to go heart first, pulling the belly in. So you won't go as far, but guess what? It doesn't matter how far you go. You're welcome. Big breaths, slowing it down. Great job. And then gently, we'll take that left foot down and we're going to switch feet. So put that over on the right foot, and then same thing, sitting up tall, we're going to reach this foot out. Also, if you need more support, you can place your right heel on your block or your cushion or your bolster or whatever you got. You're always allowed to support that foot. You can even put another chair in front of you to lift that foot up a little higher if you have a second chair. So you have a lot of options here. And again, you want to hinge forward from the hip creases. So as you fold in chair yoga or any other type, mostly what we see is a lot of this. You're going to scrunch up, you're going to do this Mr. Burns thing with your back, and that's not good for it. So we want to sit up tall, keep that spine nice and straight, and then just gently, a little bit lean forward. Supporting that right foot is needed. Big breaths through the belly. You should be really proud you did a really good thing for your body today. And one more big breath here. Awesome. Bring that right foot down. Take your strap to the side. Bring the hands to the thighs. Now you can scoot back in your chair a little bit. Lean onto the back of your chair, still sitting up tall. We'll take 3 breaths to close out the practice. So breathing into the belly, we're going to breathe in for a count of 3, hold it for a count of 2, and then exhale for a count of 4. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3. Hold for 2, 1, 2, and then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if that made you feel like you can't breathe, you can lower the count. So you can inhale for 1, hold it for 2, and then exhale for 2, or anything you want. The main thing, we're trying to make the exhale longer than the inhale. So if you can hold your breath longer than I can, you can make the counts longer. But I'm going to do that 2, 3, 4 breath. Or is it 3, 2, 4 breath? 2, 3, 4 breath? Yeah, let's go with that one. So I'm going to inhale for 2. Hold for 3. And exhale for 4. And now you count. And as you come to the end of your exhale, whenever you're ready, softly blink your eyes back open. And you did it. I'm so proud of you. Go with gratitude and lead with love, my dear friends. If you like this video, we have so many more. And if you want to practice with me, hit me up at YouCanYogaToo on Facebook, Instagram. You can email me at YouCanYogaToo@gmail.com. Get in touch. Let's practice together and let's get you feeling better. Have a beautiful day.